Okay, I'm back on Tuesday, 12:45 here in Ho Chi Minh City, and back on AI Generated World, which is probably my least good map of the ones that I regularly use. Best score is 22,003. It'd be good to push that up, but in order to learn a bit more, I've decided today I'm going to use PlonkIt to get some region guessing, find out a bit more about some countries and things, and hopefully that'll help going forward. A bit cheaty, but that's kind of the way we learn. I did notice here, number one on this map is Tesco meal deal, 25,000 in 34 seconds, which seems dodgy. Anyway, I'll get in and start playing, see how it goes. So initially, straight off the bat, not too confident here. Some massive mountains, snow-capped by the looks. I think it's a sealed road, but maybe, no, it's unsealed. So it's not worth getting into PlonkIt just yet, because I don't know, I don't know what country we're in. I've got pines by the looks. Initially I thought Canada, but I don't know. I might have to fast travel a bit, see if I can get some information. There's something up here. Okay. Got canoes. They're kind of strengthens. Oh, that's .at. So it's Austria. That makes sense as well. It's a whole fleet of tour guide buses, minibuses. Why is US dot? I'll worry about that actually. Maybe it's not .at. I think that was actually bait. I think it's just Chicat guides or something. Can't speak today. Double yellow lines. Yeah, I'm backing away from Austria. I think the K had faded in that other one. So it's probably, I guess, the US. Saying US dot. I'm not sure what that refers to. It's probably the Rockies, I guess. I'm not too familiar with the Rockies. Hopefully it's the US and not Canada. It's kind of difficult to travel here. So if it was the US, is there anything to determine the state around here? Maybe these snow poles. Not sure. Just keep going. I'm going to kind of ignore that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh my gosh, travel is so slow here. So it's got, can't quite read that. It says Chilcoy Trail or something like that. It's got a bear. I figure this is bear territory. Hopefully not Canada. It's a national park, I'd guess. What a salmon ladder. I think I'm just going to plonk this one. Oh, actually, it's like yellow back plates here. I think that would be like, could be New York state, but could also be a DUI plate. I've come across those a couple of times in the US. Yeah, this looks less yellow here, but oh, it's got Klondike. The Klondike, I think, is in Canada, is it not? Or is it not? Oh, yikes, I've confused myself already. I'm just going to plonk this in the US. Where is the Klondike? Where are the mountains? Up here, maybe. Don't know about the Klondike. I'll go Montana. Up here. Flathead National Forest. It was Canada. Yikes. Or is it? It's Alaska. Okay. So they've got Sled Dog Adventure and Mush's Camp here. Oh, here we go. Chilkoot trailhead. That's 1900 kilometres away. Is this the Klondike? I did not know that. Nearby Mosquito Lake and Mud Bay. Sounds like a lovely place. Another unsealed road here, but probably Europe, I would think. These appear to be crops. Practicing some crop circles. Taking down a whole bunch of brush here. Again, stumped. Could be Asia, I'm not too sure. It looks like Europe, these hook poles. If they were fatter, I'd think Bulgaria, but I don't know if this is what Bulgaria would look like. I've got no better guesses at the moment. I'm not sure where else they have their hook poles. Just want to get to a major road, see if I can find a bollard. Do I know the Bulgarian bollard? Maybe I know it if I see it. Don't see anything of use. Some Bulgarian signage, I'd know. Blue signs, dual language. I hope I'm not going the wrong way here. Could be going deeper into the countryside here. Something's coming up, surely, some houses and stuff. And a car. Don't know, could be Bulgarian. Signage, here we go. Could be Kandava and Seldas and Kuksas. I might just look up Bulgaria and see the coverage. Should have the coverage here, I think. There's no dual language though. Here we go. This is the kind of pole. I didn't see the dual language though. This is a cool crossing 4. That's interesting. Don't worry about the road lines, we don't have any there. Region specific. No mountains. No wind turbines. We've got the car blurred. Normally maybe everything's pretty much covered. Normally there'd be like a coverage map, I thought, showing what roads are covered. Okay, that's not too helpful. I don't know about those places either. It's kind of flat, rural, unsealed road. Just plonk it somewhere. Hopefully I've got the right country anyway. Down here. Oh my gosh. There's Latvia. That's annoying. If I'd seen a crossing or something, or some language, that would have helped for Latvia. Okay, they've got the hook poles too. These pole tips are much more rare in the other 2 Baltic countries. Okay. So that's helpful, I guess, for Latvia. Zero streak. I feel like rusty guardrails is something. How about the bollards here? Not too sure about this bollard. I've got English on the sign here, restaurant sign. Motel Zabori. What kind of cuisine is that? I think they got some fish or something. Let me go backwards, just get a little closer to the sign. Yeah, they're grilling some fish and meats. Zaborje, actually, not Zabori. So, let's think about the bollard then. Okay, we've got a blue strip on the left. This is Slovenia. could be. Let's check Slovenia. Where is it? It's around here, I think. Oops, that's Slovakia. Austria, Slovenia, here we go. So I think the bollard fits. What about regional? It's interesting, got just chevrons here. The crossing is not very distinctive. It's not relevant here. Slovenia uses regular A-type guardrails, like most European. Okay, that's not too helpful. Just going to have to plonk it somewhere in Slovenia. It's kind of mountainous though, right? I think it did say something about mountainous. Tallest mountains in the country can be found in northwest Alpine region. Would I count this as Alpine? Yeah, kind of. Northwest. I won't go all the way northwest, just here. Okay, it was Montenegro. Oh god. This is not working out for me. I was doing better when I wasn't cheating. Montenegro. This curvy arrow. It's very cool. I don't know what it represents, what country. All white road lines, and then black and yellow chevrons. I was kind of thinking PlonkIt would be helpful for regions if I got the country right, but I'm struggling to get the country right at the moment. Doing worse than usual. Okay, there's a Rottweiler keep out sign. Stone walls. These old stone barns. The chimney needs repair. What about the plate on that car actually? There's a couple of cars. Is that Italian? I kind of got an Italian vibe, but difficult to tell. How about here? It looks not Italian. Okay. So, not sure about the pole tops. Some language here. Oh no, that's the chevrons. Should probably look at one of these poles. See if there's any stickers or anything like that. So I wonder about France. Or France. They've got cows. What type of cows have they got? Friendly cows by the looks. Enjoying some hay. It's very overgrown here. I do not think France. Probably Montenegro again. Is that guardrail? No reflector. Got a stop sign driving on the left. Uh-oh. It's in New Zealand or something. Definitely driving on the left. Is that not a blue strip? Wait. Need to check the front plates, surely. Driving on the left. Could be Ireland, could it? No yellow plates. Driving on the left. Here we go, something. Dundalk. The R173 or the N52. Here's the N52. Nice. How long is it? What was the other one? R173. That's probably good. Oh, this Dublin is north. Dublin is north. And then the N52 is coming off this road. So the N52 goes all the way along here. This is looking good. Wait. I said north, but that's not the case. It's kind of west. And the N52 is coming off south. So we're probably on the N1, right? What is on the N52? Dielgan. Dundalk. I've got to look for Dundalk. What was that? Oh, Meath Hill. I thought it said Meat Hill. It's kind of disturbing. Dundalk. Maybe I should go to the intersection. See if it's actually it's an overpass as well. Like here. And then we came off a side road. I forget exactly where we came from. Somewhere around here is probably fine, right? Okay, it was a little way away. 9.1 kilometers, so that was where I guessed. Where is it? Here. Yeah, there's a little side road that we came off. That's okay. 4,974. I'm not going to beat my record here. Restaurant Paradiso. Pechuga Pescado. Got fish. Must be near the water, I'd think. Welcome to the Paradiso. They've got a discoteca. And also hotel rooms in Colombia by the looks. So, I should probably look at PlonkIt for Colombia because Colombia's a great place. I often guess poorly. Region-specific clues. Okay, so that's interesting. There's no coverage on the west. And the coastal coverage is only up in the northeast here. Northwest. No coverage in the east. And the coastal coverage is only in the up here. It never occurred to me. Pole markings like that, most commonly found in Antioquia, up here. Over majority of Afro-Colombians here, which I think that's probably relevant in this case. So it could be around here. What about the poles? I get the impression that it's coastal because of the fish restaurant and discotheque. Got the toucan here. Here's the water. It may not be the ocean, it may just be a popular spot for kids. And there's a cow up in the background here. That doesn't tell me anything. It's also a place to wash the car. That's not great. Aguila beer, I guess, by the looks. And a pool hall. This is a cool place. It's similar to a round I've had previously, but I don't exactly remember where that was. So, I'll just go up here. Can't remember where I had a round similar to this. There's mountains here, I'm not sure about that. Looks like we're by a river. Maybe up here. It's kind of touristy. Got some hotels and things. Wow, it was a lot further north. I think probably I disregarded the coverage map. I think the coastal coverage only starts there. I should have guessed all the way north, I guess. That's disappointing. What were we on? Like a river or something? Yeah, here we go. Rio Frio, the cold river. Nearby Zawadi. Disappointing. It must do better in Colombia. So that was 15.8. Shocking. Here we go. This is Dutch by the looks. By the water, surely. Probably the ocean, given the size of these boats. It wouldn't be like a lake front. Hermus Water Sports. Could still be Belgium. There's a little bit of... I get the impression there's Dutch influence in Belgium, especially in the north. So, it's odd that there's plates, a yellow plate there, so that should be fine for Netherlands, right? Surely. What else is Netherlands? I don't see any bicycles, which is a concern. Check out the plates here. It's got Roermond here. Netherlands Yacht Service. So what does it say? Roermond. Looks like a local business, so that might be helpful. Gosh, it's got actually quite a lot of coastline. It's probably in a protected bay here, right? Could be down here as well. What does it look like? Just trying to get an impression of the inlet here. It's quite a deep bay, I think. Like the end of a river, kind of like here. Something like that. I don't know exactly where. Looks like a towaway area anyway. I'll just guess there. Ooh, actually, it was on a lake. Kind of. I did not get that impression. I thought those boats were way too big for that. That's a pretty poor guess for the Netherlands. Oh well. What can you do? Try harder, I guess. I've had this kind of round before too, but I've seen this kind of thing in Russia. Driving right here, all white road lines. I don't know that I've seen it in Russia before, and I'm not 100% sure this is Russia. Which way should I be going here? It's kind of like an Asian thing, surely. Driving right. Sealed road. It could be US or Canada. Oh no, it couldn't. Not with yellow. Without the yellow centre lines. Some language will help. Okay, that is Cyrillic. Not sure what this is meant to represent. A lion, obviously, but I've seen this kind of thing in Russia with the long pole with the blue placard, which I had thought was all the way north west, but then I've seen it other places as well. So regionally, I'm not sure that's too much help. Somewhere swampy. I think that's kind of northwest. Let's just check. Interesting. So the steering wheel's actually on the right here. So I'm pretty sure this is all the way east in Russia, I would think. There's a hospital nearby and a lot of water. So I think it's probably over here somewhere. Is this a border? Yeah, it is. We don't want a border. We want a road crossing across some water, like it's not a bridge, it's like a land border, a land bridge is what I'm trying to think of. So how far is this? Maybe all the way up here. What about cabbage? Is there cabbage? Because I think Russia near Japan has a similar kind of cabbage to Hokkaido. CKOE. Oh my gosh, there's so many places here. SKOE. Starts with C backwards NH. Surely somewhere around here. I don't know. I don't know how far south to go. Maybe I'll just plonk it here. It could be all the way down here. It could be all the way west. Okay, not too bad for Russia. 3,900. It's not on the map. It doesn't look exactly like I was thinking. I guess because the water comes and goes. But we're on the P454. It's an interesting cafe there. That would be interesting to see. And a fire station. A little disappointing. At least I recognised that the car was imported from Japan. So I didn't go all the way north or west, which would be about as bad a guess as I could have got. What's my streaker? Got a streak of 4. Hello. On a tear at the moment. Now this bollard. Not sure, like Lithuania or something. Red back and front. Driving right naturally. Let's check out some language. Benzin Euro Super. Got an aeroplane. I haven't seen too many aeroplanes. Must be an airport nearby. It's fairly low. Peric. This bollard's kind of... I get a bit confused with that bollard. Got water nearby as well. I want to see a bit more language. Or a bus stop would be helpful too. LPG, that's not helpful. These are advertisements that'll be useful. So, got red reflectors here. It's a double rails. It's McDonald's sign. Ad. I was just looking at the language, trying to see if there's anything special. Don't think so. It's kind of like I don't think it's Lithuania though. That's concerning. It must be, oh, what's Split? Pretty sure Split is Croatia or something. Here's Split. Nice. I was starting to get that impression with the language. So the water over here to the south. It might actually be quite close to Split. It's kind of like an inlet here. It could be... Where do we start at? Let's check. So it was quite away from the water here. Somewhere around here, I'm sure. Kind of the other side. 4956, 15 kilometres away, pretty good. I could have done better, but I am very lazy trying to pinpoint things. This is an interesting bus shelter. We've got 4, so it could be Estonia or Latvia. I've got a cool little bin here. This is nice. It's all corrugated iron, but it's intricate design. Not sure what this is in aid of. Just style, I guess. Get some style points. Not sure about the bus schedule. I kind of like it. I think I'd give that. They've maximised the seating, except why do they have a secondary roof here? I'm not sure. Maybe for pets, service animals. I'll give that a 7.5. I kind of like it. Driving right here. Could be. This is probably Lithuania this time. Except that, let me just double check. Yeah, it's Lithuania. Okay. So driving east-westish. The same style of bus shelter on the other side, which is good for consistency. Unfortunately, I can't get there to see what... There's probably a place name on there. Here's one. Cochin 6. I don't know how likely I am to find Cochin. I could scan for it. It's going to be pretty small, presumably. How about this road? It's kind of like divided up here. A little bit. Not divided exactly, but it's new and seems fairly major. There's quite a bit of traffic on it. I might just quick travel up here and see if I can find something that's I hope that bollard's okay for Lithuania. I don't quite remember. It's like a... It's always interesting that it has like a Korean feel to it. Tomeb. Does it have that character in Lithuania? I'd hope so. It could be just Russia with that bollard. Yeah, it's probably just Russia. Again, very flat. And is this just grass? I think just grass. Don't know if Russia's going to be helpful. Vegetation and landscape. Here we go. Cabbage. Yep. Familiar with that. It's kind of like open grass like this. Don't know about pines. What about this? Hazy coverage? No, not really. No mountains, I don't think. Very flat. Flat and grassy, that's about it. Flat, low vegetation. Are there any pines? Yeah, there are. Are there? Difficult to say. Possibly. So it's kind of like not exactly like that. Not like that. Kind of like this, but not hazy. Larches, I'm not too sure. Vexing. Let's check that bollard. This is this one. Man, I nearly went Lithuania, which I'm pretty sure it's not. So I guess, based on that, it might be up here. Where's the coverage? Does it have the coverage? Not really. It'd be good to know. I feel like it's most like this. Kind of up here somewhere. Okay, it was all the way down here. 991 kilometers away, so that was kind of helpful. At least I didn't Didn't go too far east or west. Now this could be a bit tricky here. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. I think these are kind of like eucalypts. Could be South America. Ahoy Nasty, how you doing? Thanks for the follow. Sorry, I was focused on trying to get Russia completely wrong. And now I'm focused on trying to get this place completely wrong. I thought South America somewhere. Very pale dirt. Massive mountains. And eucalypts, I'm pretty sure. I wonder about ooh, that's interesting. It's kind of like a chubby arrow, like Mexico, but that was not my first thought. These stripes on the base here, I'm not familiar with. Chubby arrow is the only thing I've got to go on so far. I doubt PlonkIt's going to have anything to do with red and white stripes. What would that indicate though? Like a national flag? Not really that I can think of. Got some terraced gardens up here. Well, not gardens, farm, I think. Let's check. Are these it's a moulded pole with dots. Not too sure about that. I want to get the country correct before checking PlonkIt for any region guesses, but I feel like I'm going to get this one wrong. So the pole was not for Peru anyway. The other options would be Chile. What about the houses here? I could see a car, that would be helpful as well, maybe. Let's check this pole. It's kind of wooden. I don't think Bolivia. These mountains are too peaky for Bolivia, I'd think. Growing grapes. It's kind of unsure about this pole. Could be Europe? I don't think so. Maybe. There's something about the vibe which I think is not... kind of reminds me of some Colombian valleys. This arrow is less chubby. Man, I'd love to see a car. I just want to check the plates. I just want to see the plates. I'm kind of stumped on this one. Excuse me. Yeah. A sign. At least that should have Spanish or something. Which could be helpful. Yep. So that's Spanish. I've got like a 50-50 Peru, Colombia here. Gee, there's just no cars. Understandably, it's like a mountain pass. Here we go. Finally, just wonder about this. Here we go. It's Chile. Okay, great. This is an opportune place to put a flag, so that's good. I just want to check and see if that pole bottom's mentioned. Oh, here we go. Indent on both sides. I wasn't familiar with that for Chile. I'm trying to remember. These bollards, I disagree. Chile normally has like a double bollard. We might get a phone number. Peaky mountains, like the pole. I want to see the pole. I'm sure that pole bottom means something. How about this? Maybe it's all the way south. Not too far south, surely. It's pretty dry and hot, I'd say. It's very mountainous though. Let's have a look what the options are. Santiago is actually pretty mountainous. Maybe over here. How about that? Oh, not too bad. Pretty good. So it's nearby Pisco, Elqui, and El Bosque. Man, 60 kilometres away, that's pretty good. Extend my streak to 7, 21,199. So 1,000 better and I'll have beaten my record here. So this is Asia. I don't want to commit to Taiwan or Japan just yet. However, if it's Japan, I can probably use PlonkIt to get some info. Sorry, just making sure my... There's a go-kart track. That's interesting. Japan's pretty fanatical about racing. There's actually water here to the east. There's a fish here as well. I guess this is Taiwan, right? What is this? I've never seen this giveaway sign. It's like a windsock on there. Where was... Actually, I should have paid attention. Yeah, they're riding on the right, which wouldn't be Japan. So presumably this is Taiwan. What is with that? That's really unusual. Community and Jibay Visitor Centre. Surely this is not a tourist town. It's got a go-kart track, but it's a bit sparse. It's got a cactus and an uncovered wagon. Is that a motorbike hire? Maybe in town's more exciting. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I'll just plonk it somewhere in Taiwan. I hope it's not... So actually Taiwan owns some islands over here. Maybe it's like that. I think this is still Taiwan. Something like that. Maybe I'll just go mainland. Well, the large island anyway. Something like here. A scenic area. Oh, yeah, it was. Frick. I did get the impression that it was some kind of odd island. Still, I extended my streak. There's an impression park. I'm not sure what that refers to. Penghu County Fire Bureau as well. Kind of an interesting island. I'm not sure why you'd go there. I guess for the beaches maybe. So we've got a solitary cow here. Pretty chubby. Red. There's a whole bunch of cows. Free range by the looks. Red soil here. So I guess this is in the Americas. The red soil could be Brazil, but I'm not sure if you get red soil in Uruguay, but normally cows, I get the impression, is Uruguay. Very flat here. Pretty flat. Should check out for Uruguay. Tall poles, I think that's a Uruguay thing, but I'm not too sure. Maybe I have to fast travel here to see something else. Just not sure about the red soil, whether it could be Brazil or somewhere else. I don't know. Just need a sign, I think. The Uruguay sign should be fairly easy to determine. What else do I know about Uruguay? Cows. The road lines are wacky. Often like vivid yellow is my impression. There's always something just a bit off when it's Uruguay. I think I'm going to have to just plonk this. I don't really want to travel the whole length of whatever country this is. Come on, something. Still going. There's a horse. So, some pines. Just need a sign. I don't know. It's like in my mind, 80% Uruguay, 20% could be Brazil. Which they're close together, so that makes a lot of sense. So if it's red, maybe it's further north here. Yep, pretty good. 29 kilometres away. Brilliant plonk. 4,918. Good logic though. I appreciate my logic on that one. There's some kids somewhere in Africa, I would think. The motorbike parking. It's probably a school or something. The country, I do not know. It's got these palms which are really interesting. It's Nigeria. Whereabouts? Catholic Diocese of Abakalika. Yeah. I don't know where that is. I wonder if I can quickly find it. What's my impression here? It's very green, so it's probably southern, I'd guess. Not here. I'm not sure about the coverage. Maybe I should check the coverage for Nigeria. This is what I'm trying to learn, so I think that's probably fine. The follow cars, how I interpreted this. Single story, no, I want region. Here we go, coverage. Sparsely covered. That checks out. So I guess it's in this region here. What else? Generations, I'm not looking at the generations. So Christian in the south, Islamic in the north. So I get the impression this is southern. Yep, that checks out. For the foliage. Grass covered ground, let me check. Pretty much. A lot of palms, hopefully that's mentioned. Tropical vegetation, that's kind of it. I'd say it's like tropical vegetation. So somewhere around here maybe. Kind of Lagos area. Oh, is that it? Hang on. No. Abakaliki. I'm probably not going to find it here. I like this kind of region anyway, it's probably somewhere here. Just drop it here. Not quite. Oh, there it is. Gosh, it's actually really easy to scan for. Disappointing. 361 kilometres away. What can you do? It's the way it goes sometimes. Anyway. New round, new me. It's not Africa, I'd wager. Some dead end street. In the initial impression I got is US, but I'm not too sure. There's no Europe strip. Here's a kind of camper van. Should be the Americas, I think. It's the Tioga Arrow. It's the deluxe of mid-size camper vans. That's kind of interesting. Some kind of city over here. Don't know what impression I get. Front plates, there's a Chevy and a Mitsubishi, I think. This giveaway sign's kind of interesting though. That doesn't really make me think of the US. Some Danish signage or something. Can't quite read it. Yeah, that's I couldn't quite read what that says, but what about this flag? I don't know if that's a national flag or not. I think this is actually Denmark. What's with the Chevys and stuff? There's a bus shelter. Plain white. I think they could have done better on that. I think the paint job on it's not great either. Looks like they just painted over the whole thing. At least it's got a bin and a timetable. Pretty plain. I kind of like it, but not very much. Maybe 6.5 points for that one. What about the crossing here? 4 steps. I want to see a typical Danish sign would help me out here. Am I hallucinating, or this is Denmark? Just the AE, I thought it was a Danish thing. Maybe I'm wrong. A domain would be helpful, maybe. The Kronen? Not too sure. I kind of don't think Denmark here. What's the AE? I just not sure. It's like somewhere Scandinavian ish. Selesbraut. That kind of sounds German, but actually a bollard would help too. Pretty sure I could like identify a Danish bollard. It's a different bus shelter. This one's much nicer. Very cool. Except the seating's very minimal. Again, it has a bin. Actually, the bus has 3 windows. This is a strange place. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to plonk Denmark, I guess. It's got a bike rack as well, which is a nice addition, but not too functional. The style's really nice though. I'm going to give that one 7.5. I like the red as well. I'm going to rate this one. It's just a seat with a bin. Something about the language I should be familiar with, but I'm not. My brain's not quite working at the moment. As per usual. Oh, it was Iceland. With the AE. That makes sense. Lost at 10. Yikes. Yellow front plate. European. Very disappointing. I've never seen anywhere. It's France, I guess. Yellow plate, kind of French language, I think. Hopefully it's not Luxembourg. That would be the Ukrainian flag. I'm sure there's bait Ukrainian flags everywhere around the world now. Start seeping into coverage. More modern coverage. Yeah, so the yellow plate wouldn't be 100% in France. Hopefully it's not Canada. Surely the yellow plate's not... Is that a scrub turkey? I'm not sure what that is. Maybe some trash. Here's a bollard for France. Very nice. Is there anything regionally that could help with France? Because France is a complete plonk for me most of the time. Architecture, identifying France, landscapes, what about that? Rural roads surrounded by hedges, wine, sunflowers, wind turbines, nope, nothing. Great. Some cyclists. Just the foliage wise, I don't know what to make of this. He's like a casual cyclist and some more dedicated cyclists. I guess they're both cycling for pleasure or whatever, but a Peugeot, I think. Don't know that helps. It's kind of like two styles of riding for pleasure. One involves spandex. So it's quite a few cyclists in this region, I guess. They got the signage set up for it. What about mountains? Where are the mountains? Mountains are found in the southeast on the Spanish border. That's good to know, because this is non-mountainous, so I won't go southeast. I'll go somewhere here. Wow, not a bad plonk. It was actually coastal. I didn't get that impression at all. I'm going to try and focus on that a bit more. It's a surf school. I wonder what the surf's like in coastal France. So 1963, again, not great, but can only keep trying. Make sure OBS hasn't died. Long dashes, Norway. Finland? No, Norway. So I think the snow pole. This is something I could PlonkIt check. So I think Sweden and Norway have the silver band central, and then Finland's to the north, I think. Short dash would be Sweden. Longer dash would be Norway, I hope. This is a lot smaller than I've seen in Sweden. The silver band on it. Wow, pretty dramatic. Let's check Norway. Regionally, Norway's quite hard. This is kind of the area. What area is this? Mountainous country. That's the long dashes? Seems like it. This is the pole. Fairly thin white reflector. Swedish snow poles typically have a wider reflector and slightly higher up. The Finnish snow poles have the reflector at the very top. Yeah, so this is Norway. This would be a good tip for the crossing. Square foot man. Look at the bus stop here. Hope to get one of those to rate. Blue sign with a white bus. 4 windows. A Sona. I come across this a lot and keep forgetting to what country it is. So Sona is Norway. What about the regions? Grass covered roofs in Norway. That's not it. Road numbers. That's useful. I've been finding phone codes a lot more useful. Brightly coloured moss. I think these peaks are probably the best tip here, unless they're just everywhere. What about this? Fjords can be found. Deep fjords. How the heck do I know how deep the fjord is? Sharp rocky mountains. That's more like it. Up here. The Lofton Archipelago. Yeah, I like that. So where's the Lofton Archipelago? Is up here. Maybe I should just plonk it there. I feel like those are sharp rocky peaks. The fjord doesn't look that deep. Oh my gosh. Fine. Fine. So what was that region typical of? I feel like that was the deep fjord area. Okay, I misread that. 234 kilometers. That's actually not a really bad Norway guess for me. Certainly done a lot worse in the past. Now, Besserblock buildings. So, columns, and that's an octagonal pole. I think it might be metal though. How about the road? I'm not sure if that's concrete or not. Inscripciones abiertas. Hidekel. Inicial and Basica. There's some kind of school, I gather. What about the plates? I guess this is South America again. I think that's Spanish. Cola Real or Real. That kind of rings a bell, but I'm not too sure about it. Let's check the front plate here. There's no front plate. Curious. What about the back plate? Is white. So I don't think this is Colombia. Got a cafe here. Got a bird's nest in the power pole. That's kind of cool. What about Ecuador? I always screw up Ecuador. Or the other thing I was thinking was Panama, just because this looks a bit weird, and I don't think it's Guatemala. A lot of trash here. It's disappointing. Need more bins. I probably don't have the resources, I guess, to fund a whole... is it a bank? La Popular. It's very distinctive. I feel like I should have a vibe on this. I'm going to guess that it's... Oh, hang on, there's a flag. Is that a Chilean flag? I can't quite see it. It could be. It could be a Chilean flag. I'm not sure what a Panamanian flag would look like. Or does look like. Hang on. Yes, I do know. Because I've confused the Chilean and Panamanian flags before. I've missed it there. Just need it a little more open. I think this could be the Panamanian flag. It's kind of like 4 segments or something like that, with the same kind of colouring as Chile, but without the star, I think. Okay, I'm going to commit to Panama here, which is in the Americas down here. So that's the flag. I wish they'd actually put a proper representation of the flag rather than just colouring the country like that with the flag colours. So there's that taxis, Alto, which is interesting. Phone codes 234 3 again, 9 and 7. I wonder if I've got a phone number here. That would be kind of convenient. Surely. There's an 809. Where was it here? There's no 8s. Okay. That's inconvenient. I guess guess I'll just plonk this somewhere. I could look for another phone number, but I'm not like 100% convinced that this is Panama, but I think that flag seemed like Panama, and this is kind of weird in a Panamanian kind of way. I guess it's weird because it's kind of new. There's Ice, a small dog. Here's maybe another phone number here. Probably 809 again. Don't know, I'm going to plonk this somewhere, I guess. Panama's small enough where it won't really matter, but I'm not sure if I am in Panama, so that's the main concern. Oh my god, Dominican Republic. Why? I did not even consider it. The flag's very similar by the looks. Same colours. And I couldn't see the crest in the middle. So it didn't have square concrete poles. Pare. That's interesting. I'm not sure if I saw a stop sign. And there's only... the coverage is really limited. Or very limited. Dominican Republic. How annoying. So where was this one? Santo Domingo. So that's one of the few places that actually covered, I guess. Just want to compare that. I don't need that. So Dominican Republic flag. Okay, it's a white cross with a crest in the middle and then 4 segments, red and blue. So what about Panama? I think it's 4 segments as well. Yeah, it is with 2 stars, okay, but white. Shy. God, life is hard sometimes. Anyway, lost my streak at 2. That flag was too foiled. It wasn't flying well enough for me to identify whether it was or wasn't one or the other, but that's a bad beat on that one. This little cottage or shed, pretty impressive in a very unimpressive way. It's impressive that it's standing. It's because it's like... It's very impressive that they piled all these rocks together and made basically a shed or a little cottage. But it's not like super impressive because there are a lot of holes. Very cool though. I wouldn't go in there. It seems... It's probably been standing for 200 years, but it seems like it could fall any minute. So the little building there kind of made me think Ireland, but don't know. It's Europe. Oh, it's Portugal. Okay. Happy day. They saw the Google car. I wonder what they're doing. They're drilling for something. It's probably electrical work or something, I guess. Somewhere in Portugal. So what does Portugal say for PlonkIt? A lot of these I haven't studied at all. I just know that Portugal's got the yellow. And Portuguese, which is sometimes useful. Eucalyptus tree, this is identifying, and the pole's pretty obvious. The bollard looks a bit like Norway. Or it's kind of like a cross between Norway and Sweden. Got these chunky root markers, or mile markers, what do they call them? Waystones. What about regional? Let's have a belt. Part of the belt gang. Red reflectors, kind of like Spain. Why does it keep Sometimes I hover over something and it'll open up the hyperlink. Region-specific clues, area codes, not relevant in this case. Olive plantations. Kind of like a ridge of a mountain over here. Stone building, a lot of stone buildings. I'm curious if that's mentioned. I hope it's not. I hope it's not. An island somewhere. It doesn't seem like it. Seems fairly large, but the scenery doesn't match a lot of these other areas that they're mentioning. So, time for a plonk. Actually, maybe this. If this is a local government vehicle, surely it does say something on here. Ponte da Banca. I think it says down here. Ponte da Banca. I'm not sure if that's a place, but it's probably nearby the water, I would think. Like here. It was all the way north. I'm glad I didn't scan for Ponte da Banca. I'm not sure that that would have been scannable. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, which is impressive. 291 kilometres away. I would have hoped for something better in Portugal. It's not a huge place. Thick yellow centre line and white outside lines. The road's a very distinctive colour here. Don't know what to make of that. Just want to check that everything's going okay here. Appears to be. Anyway, pines. What else? Just pines. It's a black painted guard here, guardrail, with yellow reflectors. So I thought with the pines it might be Italy, but no. What about the yellow road line? You'd think Europe, but I don't think. It's kind of drawing a blank on any European countries that have a yellow centre line. Yellow reflectors is kind of like Spain, I would think. Driving right, it must be like the US. I'm not sure about that backplate. Maybe I should have checked PlonkIt for it. It's so hard with the plates in the US. Sometimes New York's achievable. They also have DUI plates. I've already mentioned that today, but that makes it super confusing. I don't know about these pines. I hope it's not Canada. If we found a speed limit sign or something, that would be helpful. Or maximum. The mountains off in the distance here, kind of to the southish, I guess. What other... There's just nothing really here. I don't think there's even any reflector here. Because I think the style of reflector does narrow down what states it can be. No front plate, maybe. So I guess somewhere north. I want to go Oregon or something like that. That's the impression that I get with the pines, but I don't know that to be true at all. Problematic. Just pines and pines and pines and mountains. Just going to plonk this somewhere. Should I check US? I don't think so. I had a look at the... I did a whole stream on the US the other day, on Independence Day. There's a spare tyre, if anyone needs one. And I think I got a grasp of stuff that PlonkIt is useful for. and potentially in the future you could learn. Just resting under a tree there. Suspiciously. I don't know, what about these mountains? What about Montana? It's because it sounds like mountains. Montana, there we go. I think I guessed in Montana before. I wonder if it was a bad guess. It was Alaska last time I went Montana. I just want it to be, it's probably Washington, Oregon. Surely this area somewhere, one of these three states, Washington, Oregon, Montana. Nope, it was Mexico. Oh gosh, how did I miss Mexico? Maybe the single center line, is that a thing? Identifying Mexico. Most typical Mexican road lines are white solid outer lines with a single unbroken yellow middle line. I feel aggrieved, but I've learnt something, so that's great. Just so... it's shocking sometimes, the stuff I don't know. So this is like Norway or Finland. I forget which one has the... well, this could be actually... I don't think it can be Sweden. I think Sweden has a squared off black backing. Hopefully there's something else to go on. It's one of those three: Sweden, Finland, or Iceland, or Finland, Norway. Okay. I thought possibly Norway actually. So I'm not too sure. The language boggles me a bit. Although Norway has the O with the dash through it, which is only shared with Denmark. I think this is Finland, I hope. I'm not going to check the bollard because that'd be cheating, but should be able to locate it with the roads here, the E75, the 4 and the 410. E75 and the 4. E75. Okay, I'm pretty convinced I'm right here. Although I'm sure the roads are very similar numbered throughout Scandinavia, just to make it annoying. So there's the 6 over here. What about the 4? Maybe further south. The 9. The 5. I know it's a complaint I always make, but why can I always find the number around the number that I'm looking for? So far I think I've got 2, 3, 5, 6, 9. Where do they put the 4? Could be potentially in a different country. What was the other one? The 410. What are the odds of finding the 410? I don't even see any of those. Oh, here's the 560. Okay. Wow, the E75 is really long. I really need the 4 for this to be any use. So where's the 5? Was up here somewhere. Maybe I'll just plonk it somewhere near the 5 or something like that. The 27? No, I don't want that. 22? Seems like I'm getting further away from it. Maybe I should check all the way north. Should I check coverage in Finland? That probably isn't a bad idea. Yeah, so the pole's right. I got that right, I think. I got the A's and the O's. Casual crossing guy and blobby guy. So what was I looking for? Regional roads have 3 or 4 digit road numbers. First digit of those is region specific. Okay, this is helpful. So I think this is the regional road, the 410 here, which would be down this area. Major roads with 2-digit road numbers denoted here. Okay. So 3 or 4 digits. 4 is down here. It's kind of down here. Here's the 3 and here's the 5. So this is kind of the region I'm thinking is probably right. I'm just going to plonk the 75 near the 5. Oh, I could... No, I'm not going to scan for the places. Sisma. Oh, here it is. Sisma. Maybe I should have scanning for places is a bit problematic sometimes. Sisma's on the 410, and we're on the 75. Here's the 413. Here's the 410. And the 75 is here. Okay, I'm liking this. And there's some road off in this direction. It's probably around here somewhere. I'm not sure how far I've strayed from the spawn point, but I'm not sure where the 4 is either. It's just shared with the 75 maybe. Oh yeah, okay, I'm an idiot. It's numbered 4 and E75. No wonder I couldn't find it. Oh, 5k, very nice. 45 meters away. Only 16.9 for the whole game there. I feel like my brain's clicking into gear a little bit. Or about to shut down, one or the other. Is this South Africa, maybe? Kind of wish the road was a bit more established, like a sealed road or something like that. Travelling. What? Something here. Okay, it's a whole bunch of... What about this pole? It's a Brazilian pole. I did not consider that initially. That's certainly a possibility. So where's the red soil in Brazil? Because this is non-red. So that should be... Oh wow. It's just a... It's like a yak almost. A shaved yak. That seems pretty dangerous with the horns there. There's some mountains off in the distance here, I think. Not very tall ones actually. There's a storm rolling in. I feel like that's... Wow, look at that. It's going to be a big one, I think. I hope the tiles are up to it. Doesn't look like it. Probably some leaks in that, I think. So, I wonder if Brazil's tricky, if you ask me. Regional, state specific, yeah. So there's very little coverage over here. Although, I do get a lot of rounds over there. Area codes, maybe. 2-letter acronyms, postcodes, landscape and vegetation. I want to see white soil. Should learn the palms actually, because the piranha palm's really useful. Sugarcane. Just want to see where all the red soil is and where the red soil isn't. Are there any palms? I guess I'll have to look and see what else. It's kind of dense vegetation, but not Amazonian. What about area codes? Can I not go down here? Oh my gosh. That's vexing because that's where all this stuff is. Why are we restricted to like the dirt road? I can't go down the sealed road. Outrageous. That's so annoying. Okay, well, I don't really want to go back there. I'm just going to plonk this somewhere around here. That was not too bad. 994, it was pretty bad. 994. Nearby Koromas. Disappointing. Extend my streak to 2 though, so things are looking up. This is kind of weird plants. The architecture looks Asian, but I don't know if that's bonsai as well. I don't know if it's just styled like that to be. Ooh, interesting actually. This is Japan. Probably. Maybe. Kind of struggle sometimes with Taiwan and Japan. It doesn't have a yellow plate here, which is interesting. Maybe that other card did. That's the stripes are painted on here. I think normally it's not like that. I think they're normally like I don't know, I guess they're always painted on. It never occurred to me. But this is like more freehand painting. If this is Japan, then that yellow strip on the pole is probably useful. Like this. But I'm not convinced it's Japan. I have to get out of here somehow. This is where I started. I'm stuck. Down here maybe. Uh-huh. Oh no, did I come this way already? Oh my gosh. I've got the worst sense of direction. Which is always useful for a map-based game. Heck, I'm just going to guess it's Japan. Check PlonkIt and see if I can get that yellow reflector. It could be Taiwan still, I'm not completely... Diagonal stripe, yes, but I think Taiwan also has diagonal stripe. What about the pole? Kind of concerned. I feel like this isn't Japan. What about Taiwan? Slightly cheating. Vietnam's still coming soon. Well, it's kind of difficult to... Yeah, this is more like it, I think. Why do I need to... If it was Taiwan, why do I need to region guess it? Although it could be... Yeah, here. Okay. That's kind of cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is here. Maybe I've got a plan. Maybe I'll just learn Taiwan. That seems achievable. I'd like to learn Japan, but that's a trickier prospect. Taiwan's nice and small. I have to learn one country really well. So it's kind of there. I'm not too sure. Is it kind of here? Yulin County? Yeah. Wow. That is super helpful. 4943, what did I didn't 100% think that was Japan, but I kind of stuck with that idea for a little too long, I think. Ooh, interesting. I don't know about this round bollard, because I don't think this is Sweden. Double dots on the back. I should know this by now, surely. It's a round, and I've not seen this beveled edge before. Kind of curious. vexing. It's like a German bollard, but not, because it's round. Basically, skinny chevrons. So it's kind of like French, but that's not a French bollard. So it must be Switzerland. Is this low cam? It could be. We seem quite close to the ground. These houses could be Swiss. This ladder could be Swiss. It's very precariously piled stack of pallets, I think. I wouldn't be going up that ladder. It's got French cars, well, a French car at least. Can't really see the blue strip there, but I'm sure it's there. It's got to be Europe. This is red signage, kind of cooked, but I don't think it's official signage. So all there is to go on is the bollard, which, and possibly it's low cam. Switzerland, I guess. I'm not going to check PlonkIt because I don't think there's anything regionally to go on here. Except that French. That could be useful. Let's just check where the French... I guess this French region is close to France. That's my guess. Yeah, here's the bollard. Although I don't see... it's not cut off like that. Oh my gosh, 7 stripes. It's kind of like... Man, there's much I do not know about Switzerland. It rarely comes up for me, I guess. Chevrons are black with white arrow. I think that checked out. What about the language? Here we go. French on the French side. Yep, that checks out. So... let's check. It's not too mountainous, I don't think. Not for Switzerland, so I'm not going to go all the way south here. I'll go here. Not near the lake. Don't see a lake at roundabouts. Oh, wow, it's right on the lake. Nearby Fise and Champagne. I don't get, not the Champagne, because that's in France. 23 kilometres though, that's pretty good. Didn't really need PlonkIt for that one, knowing that the French-speaking region was on the border with France. So this is kind of interesting. Let's check the signage. Elysia Embellista. Not sure what that refers to. If this was unblurred, I'm sure it would be quite handy. There we go. It's Bolivia. I don't know. Is it yellow centre lines? Yeah, I guess that's right. And what else? It's quite dry, pretty mountainous. I don't think it's too close to La Paz. Dunno. It's quite dry though. Maybe nearby Sucre. Pretty close, 200, not that close. We were nearby Lago Pupo. I can't say I've heard of Lago Pupo before. We have the famous lake up here, obviously. Titicaca. Here we go. More roads across water. This kind of looks Scandinavian by the looks. No shooting, I think that says. I thought it said shouting. Either policy I'm fine with. No shooting. Driving right. Why would there be... it's like... what is this? That is really unusual. I've not seen something the like of that before. I can't go down there, unfortunately. It's kind of gave me Scandinavian vibes here. What's with the shooting? Maybe Canada. Crossing ahead. That's in English. So that's kind of more... Could be US. I'll have to determine whether it's US or Canada first, surely. Slow children at play. Or, no, they've got an underline here. Slow. Children at play. Got a lot of ATVs and boats. Kind of makes me think more Canadian, but I'm not sure. It's like Newfoundland or something. Just the architecture kind of gives me that vibe. There's this barrel. Don't know what to make of that. What about there's kind of some bollards here. Stop, so it's not Quebec, at least. I don't think they're bollards, I think they're just marking some kind of infrastructure. I need more information here. Maybe I'll fast travel along here, see if I can get something. This post is just wooden, I think. Here's a Canadian flag. That's all I need to know. I'm going to drop it somewhere in Newfoundland. Nova Scotia. No, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think it's got to be Newfoundland. Down here. Although there's no French, that's kind of a concern. Nova Scotia, I'm not sure if they have French or not. Probably not. Here. Okay, I kind of switched quite badly there. Not to worry. 430 kilometres away. 21019. I feel like I'm so close to getting a good score here, but it's like Rio de Janeiro area or something. Good taxi. I was not expecting that. I've only got like 20 to 25 minutes left today to try and get a good score here. Ponte Sobre, just the mountains kind of make me think Rio de Janeiro, so, well, that area. So I'm just going to plonk it somewhere here in the mountains. Pretty good, 379 for Brazil. Espirito Santo, nearby Pancas. Anyway, 4,000 points, not quite enough. And here, there's more Spanish. It's the, whatchamacallits, firefighters of the Alamo. What country though? It's got a moulded pole. It's like a French, but what am I saying? Not French. I'm confused. I've confused myself again. What was with the moulded pole? This is definitely Spanish. What was it last time? The Dominican Republic with the moulded pole? I can't quite remember. 569's Master Cat. Yellow plate on the taxi. There's a ton of traffic here. And a lot of Coke and Pepsi advertised. Calling it soda, which is kind of interesting. What's wrong with this? Oh, I guess, what are they doing? Something something odd. Crouching behind the sign, maybe they're giving the thumbs up as well. It's just one of those things, I guess. This couldn't be Dominican Republic, could it? Did I learn nothing? I didn't learn anything. Driving right. What did I learn about Panama? Nothing either. The flag. Okay, if I saw a flag, then I could probably determine which it is. I just can't recall that moulded pole. I've had it very recently. Costa Costa Bebidas. A lot of Coke advertising. Surely that's American influence. I'm just going to quickly skip past this. I just like my brain's not working. Okay, it was Chile. That was weird. Could not work that out. Quickly finish this game and try again next time. There's definitely a hard limit to how long I can think. I'd say an hour and a half. I don't know about this. I'm just going to plonk this somewhere. Germany-ish. It was Russia, of course. This is a bad seed. I'm glad I bailed on it. This is Australia. Somewhere central South Queensland. Ooh, it's actually quite a ways north. That was always a possibility. Frickin' Australia. Yellow reflectors. All white road lines in Mongolia. It'd be nice to be better at Mongolia, which is probably achievable. I don't think they've got much coverage there, surely. Okay, we're at some border here. Mogas. It's like Mongolia again. It's a water tower. That's English. Take a fully serviced office and get 1 month free at Windsor Towers. Driving left. I guess this is actually Africa somewhere. I can't go that way. It looks like a border here. A checkpoint, or maybe it's just a toll road. See the pile of rocks beside the road. That's an interesting decision. It's a lot of English. Water and energy solutions, improving people's lives. Davis and I've only got a .com domain. That's annoying. So driving left would be Uganda, South Africa, Kenya, not Rwanda. New Vision, my newspaper. Oh, there's Kampala there. Okay, that's fine. Kampala in Entebbe. So let's find Africa to start with. Okay, so it's the freeway between Kampala and Entebbe. So I wonder what that checkpoint was. They probably have a toll road, I guess. It's on the expressway here. What does that say? Does it matter? It's such a small section of road that it's surely got to be. What does this say? Something. This is the road. They've got Mogas actually. Why am I trying so hard here? I'll just quickly scan for the Mogas petrol station. There's Ham Group of Companies, that's not it. Just not sure about the checkpoint or toll road or whatever's going on there. Happy Times Infant School. That sounds exciting. I don't know. I'm just going to plonk it here. Closer to Kampala, I think. Oh, that was not great. It must be a checkpoint for the airport. That makes sense, I guess. 18 kilometres away. Yeah, so they must have a checkpoint to make sure no one brings in anything dodgy. So that was quite a lot of points. We're right on the equator here, probably Indonesia, I would guess. No walking while wearing a hat. It's good advice. So there's something up here, a cow. Saw a family of water buffaloes the other day. That was cool. I think that was in Cambodia or something. See a lot of... Oh, I think he's tethered. Maybe not. See a lot of stray cows about the place. Kind of riding on the left. Difficult to say. This is right on the equator though, pretty much. Surely it has to be Indonesia. Can't really travel all that quickly. Can't get up there at all. What did I want to see? Just the place. Get some vibes. That's cool. The kids have turned out to see the Google car. There's chickens and cows everywhere. Probably Indonesia would be one of the places that would be good to use PlonkIt, but or certainly to learn more about. But I am getting quite lazy here, and it should be fine just to... It's a wheelbarrow full of bottles. I was not expecting that. Actually, no, I know about island Malaysia. Sarawak. I learned something about Sarawak, but this is not that. So where's the equator here? I guess it's somewhere here or here, Kalimantan, which I do not know anything about. Could be Sulawesi also. I'm just going to go here, Sumatra. It was Sulawesi. That was a bunch of points lost. Driving right here. Precarious road. Got stone borders, barriers here, as well as concrete, I think. This is in the clear zone. Non-selective herbicide. Clean zone, sorry. So I guess I've got a weed problem. What do I think? I think it's like a glyphosate ammonium herbicide. All on about the herbicides here. I thought Bhutan here. I had Bhutan yesterday. I forget about it though. I forget what was... Without the bunting, I'm not sure what else is distinctive about Bhutan. I'd say this truck's not going to run again. It's only the cab, I guess, but maybe Bhutan. I'm not too sure. It's very hilly. This is kind of the vibe I get for Bhutan. Not sure if Nepal's covered. I should probably check that. Ooh, that was actually Philippines. Ouch. From being a pretty good round from the first start here, this has turned out to be quite a bad... Yes, and Nepal is covered. Interesting. Don't think I've ever had Nepal before. Yellow centre lines. US probably. Should probably plonk this and just get going again on another game. These untreated poles I've seen before. I can't recall where though. Got front plates and a railway running nearby. Driving right. I don't know that this does look... kind of looks European, but... it can't be, surely. With the yellow centre line. It's a bollard, which is pretty non-typical. I did know something about... maybe this would be something worth PlonkIt checking. So it's kind of like a white reflector on a white post. Let's check for bollards in the US. This could be very useful. Landscape, infrastructure, architecture, infrastructure. No. Oh, what about that? I forgot about the reflectors. It's got an audible road in the middle, I think. No reflector. Whoops. What about bollards? This is very handy. Not that, not that. Not this, not that. Uh-oh. It doesn't show any. Okay, I'm just going to plonk this somewhere. This will be a learning moment. It's kind of green, so maybe further over here. Iowa. Ooh. It's Oregon. Got my streak back to 1. Very nice. Because of Bhutan. I went Bhutan for the Philippines. Brilliant. That was a great moment. Got the football here. Don't know, it's Sweden or something. 5 of 5 and I'm sub 10k. I'll just plonk this in Sweden. Okay, it was Norway, but still. What was the total? 11,000. Okay, one more. Ugh, I regret it already. I already regret going one more. It's got the hook poles. So what did I screw up last time? It was Latvia, I think, with the hook poles. It's a very long plate. Unsealed road. Because I went Bulgaria right at the start of the stream. Saw the hook poles. Went Bulgaria and it was Lithuania or something. Oh, that was something. Nothing useful. What's that, like a bomb or something? It's a petrol station. Oh, I think the rest of the sign went missing. Okay, that makes sense. I hope they don't have these hook poles in Russia. That would be annoying. What are they? Are they animals? I think they look sheep or something. Maybe not. It's just like clumps of hay. Okay. Cyrillic. Just Cyrillic. No Latin text. Pretty muddy. The steering wheel's on the correct side. Presumably this is Russia. This is really bad start to the seed. Got some engine problems. Yeah, I guess it's Russia. I guess it could be Ukraine, but I don't know. Disappointing. This is a disappointing start. I would have liked something a bit easier. Not to worry. I'll drop it in Russia somewhere not too far from Moscow. It was nearby Novosibirsk and 2,220 kilometers away. Extend my streak, well, restarted the streak of 1. Again, this is not what I was looking for. Still, I'll do my best. It's kind of a basic poll. I guess it's Europe. I don't really know. Kind of a long barn. Some pipes. Probably putting in some drainage soon, so that's cool. Doesn't really tell me anything. I don't know. I've got no clue. France? I don't think France. I've got no reason to think it is or isn't France. What about this? got kilometres. That's a start. It's not the US. I'm sure it's not Canada. It's got a solid white centre line. Okay, we're on a better road here. Just want to see some bollards or something. Some language. Nuxie. It's got birches. Blue signage. Not dual language. There was a fellow. Handsomely dressed, I'd say. We've lost him, not to worry. Which road do I want to go down? I've got no real clue here. The language should give me something, but a bollard would be super useful. Maybe, what are my options? So heading out of Nuxie. What about the giveaway sign? Yeah, I don't know. Wondered about Czechia or Slovakia. It's a fellow holding a red thing. Looking slightly suspicious. A bollard would be super useful. Not sure about the A-frame poles either. I'm just going to plonk it. It's Europe somewhere. I'm going to go on the border with Czechia and Slovakia. It was Latvia. Gosh. Can never get Latvia right. Got miles per hour somewhere in the US. Got front plates. There's a tinge of blue there. Very tense looking driver. Tinge of blue on the plate. Let's check. We want general? Not too sure. Here's the plates. So there's a tinge of blue on the plates. Man, it's so hard. So what kind of blue was it? It was blue, like teal across the top to the right. Teal across the top to here. North Dakota, 100%. Where do they put the Dakotas? There's the Carolinas. Dakotas. Here we go. North Dakota's. It's going to be wrong in a big way. We're in Hebron, I believe. That was in Illinois. HI. Was Illinois one of the easy ones? ABC. It didn't kind of look like that, but the blue was on the other side. Yeah, I think US plates are really hard to identify. Maybe I need a bigger screen. I could wear my spectacles. This someone in camouflage there. I almost didn't notice him, but didn't quite work out. The camouflage was pretty good, but not 100%. So just checking the Cyrillic here. Don't know what to make of that. It's probably Russia. I'm just going to plonk Russia here. Could be Ukraine. I haven't had Ukraine in a long time. The road quality is very good though, so I'm just going to guess Russia. Ooh, that was 600 kilometers away. One of my better guesses in Russia. 3,500 points. I'm driving right here. Very squarish plates. Vivid center lines. And this is that reflector in the US guide. Maybe. I'm not sure that this is the US. Could be Canada. There's a lake here to the east. What to make of this? Very short white plates. I'm not going to look up the plates again. That's speed limit. So it is US. I thought maybe that reflector was represented here. Page 2. No. Soon here. Speed. Speed only is Oregon. I've not come across that. It's kind of like this, Nevada. Not really though. Washington? Was it like this? That looks hand painted. Here's a green one. Kind of looks like that. Not 100%, but I've got no better ideas. It could be Washington. Nearby a lake somewhere, or that. Here, okay, on the 12. Oh wow, that could not have been more wrong. The wrong coast is New Hampshire. Nearby a White Mountain National. I kind of got the vibe with the lake though, so that's great. It was Squam Lake. That's a great way to finish off. 10,500 points. Could do better. Could do a lot better. But looks like I've got nowhere that I can raid at the moment. So I'll finish off there. Should be back tomorrow, I think, on Wednesday.